I'm Kriste Dragon, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of leading Citizens of the World charter schools. As we wrap up 2013, I wanted to send some personal thoughts on our network, our progress, and the promise of our work. Like many of you, as a parent, and especially at this time of year, I find myself reflecting about my 3 children. I think a lot about whether their schools are safe. I think about whether their schools will make the grade, as they say. And I wonder if they're learning the right material at the right time. I'm sure that all parents, to some extent, wonder about these things. But more and more these days, I find myself thinking about the kind of people my children will be. I wonder if they'll contribute to society in a way that makes the world a better place, or if they'll be able to work well with others, if they'll be driven to persevere, if they'll be empathetic. Will they rise to overcome challenges, or will they step back afraid to fail? Will they have the capacity to love? You know, we started Citizens of the World to address these very questions for parents like me and like you across the country. And yet often I'm still asked if our schools are actually needed. I used to respond with statistics showing that many schools aren't even serving children at exceptional levels. And I used to cite figures showing how segregated our schools had become, even in the most naturally diverse neighborhoods. I used to talk a lot about what public education could be and could mean for our children and families in our country. But now I find it easier and honestly a bit more effective to simply talk about the behavior of adults, to give examples of our collective inability to work across lines of difference or entertain a new idea without accepting or rejecting it. How so often we as adults fail to think about what would benefit the community as a whole. Our government, it's become so polarized that it closed down this year. And parents across the country, in some cities, are literally screaming at one another when asked to share an elementary school campus. And I find that when I talk about these things, I usually see a glimmer of recognition in people's eyes, because we as adults struggle to work together. And we struggle because we have different opinions and approaches. We struggle to create peace. So for our children, the adults of tomorrow, we simply must have schools like Citizens of the World. With the holidays upon us, as I think about what I'm so grateful for this season, I think about you all. I think about the work you do every day and the work that makes the CWC dream a reality for hundreds of children in our country. From New York to Los Angeles, we now have 5 schools, and they're serving over 1,000 children. Our flagship school in Hollywood, Citizens of the World Hollywood, finds itself again among the top 6% of schools in Los Angeles. 3rd grade students in Hollywood are working on projects that deal with issues like colonialism, conquest, and culture, and they're doing it in ways that you may not think possible for 8-year-olds. Students and families in our Silver Lake School not only have grit, but they also provide a spark of positive energy for all of us. Even unexpected rain couldn't stop our Silver Lake community from a walkathon that exceeded expectations, 128% of goal, bringing our families out to cheer, rain or shine. And in Mar Vista, where inside the school there's a focus on mindful behavior, there's also already work going on outside of the school. Recently, Mar Vista students collaborated with many community organizations to restore the ecosystem of a local creek. Across the country, in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, there's a collaborative community making connections and forging partnerships between home and school, providing a model of project-based learning to the Crown Heights neighborhood. At CWC Williamsburg, 44 students enrolled after the start of school. A remarkable feat and a testament to the learning environment, the leadership, and the determination of our community. We applaud the commitment shown by Citizens of the World leaders, from board members to school leaders to teachers, staff members, and parents. Your feedback and your commitment drives us only to get better from here. Our network team continues to talk to parents in cities beyond Los Angeles and New York, and in fact, we visited more than 5 different cities this calendar year. In every city, we hear the same thing. Parents want schools like Citizens of the World. So when you're off with your family and your friends this season, please remember that it's your energy, your concern for children, and your tireless work that gives us hope. We're deeply grateful to all of you. Have a wonderful winter break.